Hi there, I'm Cordy. Are you ready to do some drawing? Then let's get started. You're going to need a pencil, an eraser, and some fine liners. A really thin one, I'm using a 0.05. A medium one, I'm using a 0.3. And a thicker one, I'm using a 0.5, but you can also use a 0.8. Now grab your pencil, and we're going to start with just a simple circle. Our hippo has a pretty big belly, so that's going to be our starting point. So just one nice circle, and next we're going to add the legs. Also just simple shapes, just a rectangle, keep a little space for our tutu there, and we'll take it all the way over to the side and then add another leg. But here we're going to add a circle at the end because the bottom of the foot is facing us. Now over here is going to be the t-shirt. The big belly sticks out underneath the t-shirt. We have that in place. We can do the arms. One arm goes up like so, and then the other one is bent. We're going to give him a big muscle over here. Just sort of loosely laying it out. See if our proportions work. Our t-shirt's going to have a bit of a dip. And then the head of our hippo. A hippo head is basically two egg shapes on top of each other. One bigger one and a smaller one on top. Hippos have quite the chubby chin, so we're going to add some little lines. I hope you can see them to show that chubbiness. And then for the snout, we're going to do a sort of curvy line there. And underneath, a little half moon shaped with the two teeth. I thought that's funny. And then in the center here is kind of the nose that sticks up with the little nostrils there. And there's usually a little bit of a ridge there. So that's why I connect the two nostrils. And then the snout going back. And instead of drawing eyes, I thought it would be really funny to give the dancing hippo cool sunglasses. So I'm just going to do regular shaped sunglasses, but you could do heart-shaped ones or star-shaped ones or anything shaped ones you can think of. I thought for me it's enough to do regular shaped ones, and then I'm going to make them pink. But I'll show you that a little later. So I'll just try to get them the same size. That's always the most difficult bit. And then the head, we'll finish off the head. It dips down in the center as well. And then the ears, I want them to stick out on this side. I'm going to add that baseball cap, a little half moon shaped coming down. It's very small because you look at it from the front. And then on top of that is another rectangular shape and a little triangular shape to the right there, right above the ear. So let's come down to the t-shirt here. We're going to add that little bit that goes behind the belly. And then shape the belly where it hits the tutu. And down here, the legs could be a little bit longer, adding the toenails, I guess you call them. I am not sure. Do hippos have toenails? I guess they do. Okay, up here, the hand, I want it to be open and the palm kind of facing. So I'm letting the thumb kind of point downward and the wrist up, and then the t-shirt edges. And over here, I want him to like flash a cool hand gesture. So the little finger sticking out, the rest is folded in and the thumb points out. So I'm going to extend the tutu a bit more horizontally. There we go. Now he looks like he really has his other leg lifted up energetically. Now grab your 0.3 fine liner and we're going to go along all the lines. Here we go. Toenails. Don't forget the toenails. The hand. And just go along all those lines. If there's a line that you made with the pencil and you're not happy with it, now is the moment to fix it. Also make sure you find all the lines that are overlapping, and you make a choice which one's in front, because you can just erase the pencil lines here. Now for the little folds in the tutu, I'm using the very small fine liner. I have the 0.05, and then for some of the folds and creases in the face, I also use the very thin fine liner just to make it more interesting for the eyes, to have more variety. And I'm gonna add the tail because I forgot. Okay, now the 0.5, the thickest one that we have, go all along the edges. Now it's up to you, depending on how you want to color in your hippo later. If you decide you want the light come from left or right, you can just sort of fine line the right or left side that has the shadow with a thicker fine liner. I'm deciding to have the light come from the front, so I'm gonna go all around with the thicker fine liner, but it really makes it pop off the page. I decided I'm gonna write a little message on the top of the hat with a very thin fine liner 0.05. You can even do a design on the t-shirt. I'm leaving it blank so you can get creative and come up with your own. So let's get rid of the pencil lines. And here we go. That's our dancing hippo. I decided to make him green and have a pink outfit. So on either side, I picked a dark green, a mid-tone green, and a light green, and on the pink side as well, and a very light pink for the snout and the ears. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But you can use whatever you want. I would love to see your versions of the hippo. So if you want to, you can tag me on Instagram at Cordy Creativity and show me your version of it. I would love to see it. So this is what I was talking about, the very light color I used just for the tips there on the snout, underneath on the lips, and also on the inside of the ears. Now next, use your lightest green and color him in, and then the darkest for the shadows and the mid-tone to get it all blended in. Now the lightest pink, the tutu down there, I left a couple of white spaces. Next, grab the mid-tone, the pink mid-tone, to add some shadows, and the darkest pink tone to add some volume in our tutu. And then with a white Posca pen, I added some more highlights in the glosses up there, as you can see, and in the tutu. And just because it's fun, I just added a couple of stars with the yellow marker. And with a very light gray, I added a shadow, so we have some sort of sense that our hippo is on the ground. So I hope you enjoyed drawing that funny dancing hippo with me, and you make your very own version of it. I really hope you share it with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. If you enjoyed the video, please pop on over to Cordy Creativity and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that like button. I hope to see you soon for some more sketchbook adventures. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.